Presents the 2023 12th Annual Music Conference going down at the Backstage on Broadway in Gary, Indiana, April 8th. Soundstage slot giveaway. Winners will receive a slots performed at the Flea DJ Conference July 20th to the 24th, hosted by megastar Miss Minda Brown Diva. Doors open at 9 p.m., $25 entries. Tables and bottles VIP available. Call or DM at the Real Megastar 2414 or give them a call at 708-631-7111. Let's get it. Here's the boy, Chicago.
Follow the Fleet DJs on Instagram and Twitter at Fleet DJs and connect with the best DJ crew hands down.
Y'all, BB Trinette here, inviting you to hang out with me and my friends on Convos in Chicago every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. That's right, amazing conversations with guest co-hosts every week, sprinkled with a wide variety of music. You never know what you're going to get from Convos in Chicago, so make sure you tune in here on the one and only My Radio Chicago, a support district radio network. You know it's morning radio.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy WildCat. Let's go.
What's up? Good afternoon and good evening. This is BB Trinette, and you are now listening to Convos in Chicago. I want to thank all of you all for being here today. I have some very special guests. First and foremost, I want to thank my special co-host, Fleet DJ, Miss Meli Mill is in the building. Yes, hey. Meli P's Playground in the flesh. She's in the building today. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for the We've been talking about it for a while, so
we've been trying to link up for about a year.
Yeah,
it's been a minute. But I want to thank you so much for coming in and just chiming in today. And what we're gonna be talking about, we just Convos in Chicago, y'all, just stuff that we know, or don't know. We just gonna be talking. I hope you are ready for it. Grab your drink, grab your smoke, whatever it is that you would like to do while tuning in to this broadcast. Also, without further ado, hold on. Okay, that's the wrong button. Y'all forgive me, because I'm still trying to figure stuff out. Where's the clapper? The applause.
Oh.
See? Y'all,
is it the green one?
It was. It's been reprogrammed. And what's funny is that Liz clap every day. He must have changed it on purpose so don't nobody else get no applause except for the crown holder. See, we just messing with the buttons real quick. Y'all know. Anywho, we ain't gonna do no dead air. Without further ado, actor and comedian, my friend, the WildCat is here.
Hey,
Woo!
What it is?
Go ahead. Right, we just gonna get him real claps because he a real NIGGA in the building. Yes, he is, and he is one of my favorite comedians, y'all. So make sure you show him some love. While you here, hey, we got our wings going. We got a whole party going on over here. We got the catfish nuggets going on. We up in here. We got some drink. We just gonna be chilling and just having some lightweight conversation. Heavy on the lightweight, but it's gonna be heavy if we decide to, because it's my show. All right, so
let's go.
First thing I want to do is I want to talk to the WildCat for a little bit. Just so y'all could get familiar. Y'all already, if you tuned in to My Radio Chicago, most of y'all already know who Meli P is. And make sure that y'all follow her. She here Monday through Friday. What is it, noon to 3 p.m. now?
Yeah, you got the time better than me.
Noon to 3 p.m. I seen you. I seen you.
I was like, is it 1 or 12? It's sometime.
Noon to 3 p.m. So yes, they gave her more Meli P. It's great for me. You hear me? You feel me? I love it. So back to you, WildCat. I'm so used to calling you by your government, so I'm gonna.
That's all right. You can call me Brian. You can call me WildCat. I've been calling myself Barnabas lately. I don't even know who the hell I am right now.
You know what was hilarious about that is because you have to be of a particular age to remember Barnabas the cat. And you know, if you're gonna copy any cat, you might as well copy the WildCat right here. Because I remember when I first set eyes on you, and that was way back when you was on Comic View.
Oh, now yes, classic.
That is,
you just showed my comedic age right there.
Yes, I did, and I'm just proud to know who you are. Like I'm just telling you, like the man has been in movies, he been on commercials. I remember that Tostitos commercial you did a few years back.
Booyah!
Yeah. Big old
out on that. Yeah.
You say he cashed out.
Man.
Say you grabbed the bag real quick on now.
I was all in Farm on Mills, TJ Maxx with my check ready. It was dope. That was beautiful. Love it.
I love it. I'll never forget though, when I first seen you live, I was with a group of girlfriends. It was a South Suburban comedy place. I think it was not Jokes and Notes, Riddles. Riddles, is that Tinley Park out there?
Riddles was Tinley Park off 159th in Harlem. That was the spot back in the days. Hosted by D-Ray, my main man Michi Halls going down. That was the spot.
Yes. This man had me rolling through the entire set. My stomach hurt. I was crying. I think, you know what I love best is when it's hecklers in the crowd or people that's making a lot of noise. And then he just like, I'll be like, get him, cat, get him. And speaking of which, we just had you over there at the DuSable Museum last Saturday. And that was hysterical.
Yeah.
That was hysterical. I mean, you know, Chicagoans be Chicagoan over there, right?
And you know what I've traveled the world doing comedy. I've been blessed to do comedy in Amsterdam, and all in the Bahamas, just Belgium, all over the US. And ain't nothing like coming home. Like we got some of the best and worst people on the earth.
I believe that.
Some of the hardest crowds, like their attention spans are like puppies sometimes, you know. You love them dearly, but damn it. It's like crazy. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's that way because you from Chicago? Now, if you was from like LA or New York, do you feel like it would still be the same thing?
Well, Chicago has a reputation and they don't care who you are. And I don't need to say no names. Everybody's been in one of these concerts, have seen somebody. All the big names, they don't care who you are. You get 10 minutes of that. After that, you get to come with it. They don't care. So all across the nation, they know we have some of the hardest crowds. A lot of comedians come here to practice, sharpen their swords. It is a fact. I don't care where you from. Chicago's putting it down. We don't care. But we're kind of spoiled, you know, coming up with some of the greats, you know, the Bernies and all of that. Robin Harris.
Yep.
You know, all the D-Rays, Deion Coles, the WildCats, the Lil Rails, the B-Coles. I mean, like Marlon Mitchell's.
Steve Harvey was here for a little bit too.
Yeah, but you'll just pop in on the club and laugh your ass off, and you'll be like, dude, what's his name? You don't even know his name. Yep. He killing it. That's Chicago, man. That's what it is, and I love it. You know,
I gotta tell you, y'all killed it last weekend. I mean, it was phenomenal. I'm talking about just laughing constantly for the whole, what was it, 2 or 3 hours?
Oh, wow.
It
was a 2-hour show. And they had some phenomenal comics. It was hosted by Leon Rogers.
Yes.
Shouts out to Leon. And so make sure y'all check that out. Next time you come in town, man, folks, they better be in the building. But you know what? Y'all had a packed crowd too.
Yeah, we had 2 packed shows.
It was standing room only
damn
when
near
we was
sold
doing.
out.
Yeah.
And man, shout out to everybody in Chicago to show love. I had folks buying tickets, didn't even show up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nothing but love.
Hey.
Folks bought ticket,
They
bought
support
t-shirts.
Man,
Yeah.
one of my
love
girlfriends,
that.
she bought a ticket and then slept through the doggone thing. And she was so upset. She was calling me like Monday, like, I can't believe I slept through that. I said, I can't either. You just
Oh yeah, you really slept.
it up.
You slept
You
on
just-
that shit.
You
Yeah.
definitely slept,
We had a ball.
literally. Like, how was it? I said it was phenomenal. You missed
Man.
out. Like,
Yeah.
Did you post any of the footage? Take some footage?
No,
you just took a moment.
so that's one of the house rules. You're not supposed to, because we patron these guys and they put their hard work in and they material and stuff like that. So Leon automatically out the gate told us to make sure our cameras was not on.
Yeah, you would have got
Mhm.
kicked out. It's not like back in the day, people trying to bootleg, but I'm just saying, like, hey, y'all, look where I'm at.
Yeah, not a TikTok, not a photo. I ain't do nothing. Matter of fact, my
Hey.
girl that I was with, we forgot to take pictures. I saw what's that guy's name? He was there with them big red boots on. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know his name, but them big dumbass boots. Them big dumbass Mario Brothers boots. Somebody spent $350 plus tax.
You know
You need to
him,
quit
Skin
that now.
Bone. Skin Bone was there with them boots on. You remember we had a post going talking about why Skin Bone get them boots. He sure had them boots on. Shouts out to Skin Bone. I didn't even get a picture with that guy. He is one of these podcaster /
Comedian.
Chicago comedian. He had these reels and clips that be funny as all get out as well. So we gonna get him his
Chicago be
flowers
like-
too. Yeah. So Chicago be all the way live. But back to you, Barnabas.
Hey.
So when did you realize that you had that comedic gene? Was it when you was small, like in class, making folks laugh in grade school?
Yeah. It really started out just making my mama laugh.
Okay.
If I can make my mom laugh, it was like, bet, I'm cool. And then just growing up, you're on the block, cracking jokes. Used to do the Popeye walk and we dunking on crates, just in the alley having fun. And then just in high school, I used to cut up. I ain't nothing but a class clown turned professional. Cutting up in speech class. My speech teacher was like, look, either you gonna get your stuff together, we're gonna call your mama, or you gonna join the speech team. And this was back in the days, like calling your mom was like calling the police.
So was worse.
Like, no, fuck that.
That was
Call
worse.
the police. Don't call my mom.
Don't call
I
them.
could talk to them. Mama ain't going. And I didn't know that they were giving me a career. I did speech in high school. They had 13 different events, just like basketball, football, the ISHA. They had original comedy. They had special occasion speaking, humorous duet acting. So I did original comedy for 4 years, took like second in state a couple of years. And after that, it was just like, damn, like I could really start getting paid for this. Went to college, electrical engineering. That shit didn't work out. And then I met Damon Williams. Before I started doing comedy, I would just sit in the back and just watch and be like, man, I could do that. I've always been a student of the arts. And then one day I met Damon Williams, one of my big brothers in the game. Shout out to Damon.
Yeah.
Damon Williams, one of the kings of Chicago. He was like, I was like, so what's up, man? I want to be a comic. I'm an aspiring comic. Give me some advice. He was like, all right, come up here next Thursday and I'm going to put you on.
Right.
I'm like, nigga, you are terrible with advice. I need help. I need step out. It was like, write your jokes out, get it together, and come up. The next week I came and did my thing. And man, like they say, it was history in the making, damn it.
Yeah.
It was good times. So shout out to Thornton Township High School, Harvey, Illinois. Gave your boy a career. I did not know it. Okay. Chicago embraced me, man, and I never looked back.
I know, like, people like the Miss Pat Show and other comedians like her said that when a new comedian come out on top or says a joke, somebody steals it that's a little higher than them. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Well, comedians in general, see, this is entertainment, and we focus on comedians. People steal songs. Everybody quoting Biggie lyrics.
Yeah.
It's they say it's the greatest form of flattery, and I disagree.
Yeah.
I think it's lazy. I think that when I was coming up and you would see somebody on stage and they would say something, you'd be like, damn, I got a tag for that.
Right.
So like, I got something you can add on to that. Instead of doing that, they go home and write their own jokes and come back. Now, a lot of the more famous comedians, they'll sit in the back, they'll hear stuff, they'll take your stuff on the road.
But they won't do it in your face.
No, but they'll do your jokes. And then you trying to show people, hey, this is my jokes, and that look like you stole it from them.
Exactly.
So it happens all the time. I don't like it. I think we could come together and write and make it work. But the industry is cutthroat. That's another reason why things happen the way it happened, because you honestly have to be a piece of shit in this industry. You can't care about your family. You got to put entertainment first. I didn't say nothing about God. I ain't say nothing about your kids. I ain't say nothing about your wife. You got to put this first.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of people feel. So to steal your jokes is nothing. I did Comic View years ago.
Right.
And a while after that, like 5 years after I taped Comic View, I see a dude in the club doing my joke verbatim.
Wow.
With the toenail, sunflower. It's like, and I don't even think.
So he wrote it down, or he just, oh God.
Well, you got people that steal jokes, and then you got people that subliminally think that it's something that they came up with and they wrote because you heard it 2-3 years ago, and you're not really paying attention. So I've had comics call me up, some of them my friends, like, hey, bro, I stole your joke. I did this, I did that. I'm like, okay, so, I mean, how should I feel about it? You know, like, what do I do?
And should I be happy that you called me, or should I be upset and just like?
I mean, it's a level of respect.
But is there a thing like where you can copyright your jokes, just like how you can copyright music?
You can copyright certain sayings. Now, once you do a special and it's taped and it's typed out, you can send that to the WGA, the Writers Guild Association. So I can take my set, and that's why a lot of people do albums. They do tapings because it's a body of work now that can be sent to the WGA, to where if somebody does my joke, it's not necessarily about copywriting, it's about the enforcement of it. So if somebody does something that's mine on TV, then maybe. But a lot of times what you'll get from that, now if somebody take your line and blow up off of it, then that's one thing. But normally to enforce that, 9 times out of 10 is not worth it. But you know, I'm getting to the point to where, you know, you steal my joke, I'm gonna find a way to show you that's not what to do. Right. Like, I'm gonna book a show, I'm gonna host, I'm gonna do my joke, all the stuff, and then I'm gonna bring you on stage, and what now what? Because normally as the headliner, you know, the openers go up. So by the time I have to listen to the show. I have to sit in the back and be like, okay, he did this. I'm taking notes. So, you know, I would like to do something about it. It's not a whole lot you could do about it nowadays. Folks is fighting over jokes, like literally fighting over jokes. And I'm like, just write a new one.
Now, what other, I mean, because you got natural God-given talent, right? Thanks to the Most High. However, there has to be like some skills that are put in through like education and training. I heard you say you went to school for engineering, so I already know you are probably a genius over there. You know math, and you count your money real good and all that.
I'm trying.
What professional schools or training did you receive in order to maintain or just kind of keep building upon your craft?
Well, in the middle of my career, I went back and got my bachelor's degree in business communications. Okay. Which only made sense because I'm in the business of communication. So I did that, and it helped. You know, most people don't know how to send emails. They don't know how to reply. They don't know how to talk. They just they send. They type.
Say that again.
They type the way they talk.
Yeah,
that's my problem.
You can't do that. So a lot of things I learned just, you know, it gave me an edge up. After that, I did graduate from the Illinois Media School, Chicago. Yeah. That was dope. They showed me a lot of the ins and outs, you know, being on a radio show. There was so much that I was doing. I'm like, I might as well learn this. Yeah. And it made it better, made interviews better. You learn different things that you try to implement. Like when someone asks you a question, and I probably haven't really been doing it. When someone asks you a question, you have to answer the question with the question. Yeah. So when was the first time you started? Oh, the first time I started was boom. That way, if they ever cut it, they don't have to go back and forth. So you learn different techniques that helps you, you know, but just grinding and understanding the business has separated me and kept me afloat. Having my paperwork together, starting an LLC, having a business bank account, just really putting it down, making sure I kept a phone on. It's simple things that will separate you because they know. Making sure I got a car that can drive longer than 30 minutes. You gonna call me because you can hop in my shit and go to Texas tonight. Oh, yeah. You make money like that. So just keeping ahead of the game. It's all about the
investments.
And I pride myself on learning from others' mistakes in the industry. I'm a big buff. I'm a student of the arts. I watch YouTube videos all the time about what people went through, from Arnold Drummond to, Chris Rock and all their stories. And it makes sense when you learn about what you're doing instead of just, well, why is shit not happening to me? Or what? Oh, when you get to learn this shit, you realize that it's a cost of success. They give you a receipt, but there's no returns.
I'm glad you mentioned Chris Rock. Did you see his new special, the clip about the whole Will Smith situation?
Yeah.
And, what did you feel about his clip?
It's so hard to believe any damn thing that's happening in entertainment. So from the slap, I'm like, come on. Like, really, if they didn't want us to see that slap, we would have never saw it.
True. That would have been edited. That is a good point.
Come on. They boom to commercial, come back. Ain't nobody slap no more. Chris done forgot about it. So we really don't know what happened. But I know that most of what happens in Hollywood is planned. The Oscars, was it the Oscars?
Yep.
The Oscars ratings was horrible for years. So there's no way something like that randomly happened on TV without them wanting it to happen. Now, Chris Rock's got a special. The Emancipation came out. Will Smith.
Bella's still going on.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. And is they lifting one man up while bringing another one down? We don't know. We really don't know. I watched the Chris Rock special. Hats off to Chris Rock because that's what I call the Richard Pryor
of our time.
No, the Richard Pryor. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like a Richard Pryor thing, to where he always talked about just what was happening, and that's what separates a lot of comedians, because I had to learn that. Like a lot of the shit I was going through, I caught a DUI, all kind of shit. I wasn't on stage talking about that because that shit wasn't funny.
Right.
I'm blowing in this damn breathalyzer tube in my car. That shit ain't funny. You got to blow in that motherfucker when it start. Then 5 minutes later, you got to blow in it again. Oh, wow. I drove to Memphis, Tennessee, blew in that motherfucker 32 times.
Oh, wow.
You got to keep blowing it, you know? So it's a lot that happens that if you can take what happens to you to that stage, man, I take my hat off to him. So nothing but love to Chris Rock. He's going through a lot. Now, you got to watch his last special. This one was cool. I think that was the name of it, when he talked about his wife and all this other stuff about how he just felt like he was the shit. Like, what you gonna do? Yeah, I cheated on you, nigga. I'm Chris Rock. What you really gonna do? Leave me? And eventually she was like, yep.
Yeah, actually, that's what I plan on doing. And she did. And he talked about something that I hear a lot of men repeat from that particular special, about how people don't care about Black men or men in general, only except for what they can provide or what they can do for them. What are your thoughts and sentiments on that particular topic there?
I think that a lot of things we label Black men, Black women are just shitty people. In this entertainment industry, it's like you got to be willing to use people. That's like the hardest thing. Like a lot of things that I'm mentioning is the things that I don't know how to do. If I ain't fucking with you, I'm not fucking with you. Now we can work together. Yeah. We can get business, but all this hanging out, buddy, you have to be fake. You have to call somebody you ain't really cool with, you ain't talked to in a few years, and ask for a favor. Hey, I hear this all the time. Hey man, I've been looking for you. Oh, that's the worst shit you could tell anybody. Like you could literally type in somebody's name and it'll pop up. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like people use people. A lot of these men like to be used, and we also have to understand a lot of these people were just regular people before their success. They
Absolutely.
looked a certain way, whether they was getting ladies, whatever. And there's a lot of women that are in the same boat. Like, and me and my lady talk about this all the time. Like, a lot of guys don't care that they being used.
That's true.
Shit, I do. You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations where I know people dating me for the wrong reasons because of what I might get. And eventually it comes out, and that shit hurts like never before. You ain't never had a motherfucker use you for something you ain't even got yet?
Yeah.
Damn, you just want to fucking step on a big toe with some cleats or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
It burns, but
really
that's a
does.
part of the industry. You got to be able to deal with that.
And I just learned the term the other day, industry smile. So you have to be fake with people. It's like, I'm like you. I don't know how to be fake with people. If I don't like you, I don't like you. And if I have something to say,
Industry
I have to say
smile.
it. But yeah, I just learned that I'm like, break this down.
Terms.
It was like, so if me and BB are beefing, but we both hosting together, you're not gonna stop your money,
Right.
It's like, hey, cool, we friends today.
Yeah.
That's phony. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I for me, it's never been my facial expressions give away a lot of things.
Yeah.
So it's always been very difficult for me to put on an industry smile early on. But the older I get, the more I realize that it's actually effective if you're using it correctly, because I don't have to like you to work with you. I don't have to be your friend in order for us to be able to get along to take care of a greater goal, you know? So for me, I don't call it being fake or anything like that. I just say, let's do the business and let's get to the business and go our separate ways. Some people, underdeveloped people, and this is no shade to anybody, but if it applied, then hey, if the shoe fit, wear it. But underdeveloped people, they always seem to take things real personal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she being phony with me because X, Y, or Z. Or we don't mess with each other like that. No, it really ain't that deep. It's like you probably ain't messing with me, and I don't really think of you like that. Like it's not even that deep for me. I just really go about how to stay focused on what I have at hand, and then how I can make things better, or how I can better improve other people that I touch. So it really comes off to a certain degree, maybe phony, but you'll never know. And I think that's the whole point of being professional. You'll never know what it is with me, to be honest, unless you come out directly and ask me specifically. And in that case, I'm never gonna sugarcoat or downplay any situation with anybody. But I am aware of those who do that. So we have to always be on our P's and Q's in the entertainment industry, because you never know who is going the extra mile to be fake or phony, or trying to smile in your face, and trying to damage your name behind closed doors and all that kind of stuff. And it's just very daunting at times.
Well, what's crazy is everybody got an ear to the street, right?
Yeah.
But once they say something bad about you, your number's going to skyrocket. Like,
absolutely.
Why is that so backwards? I'm out here doing all this positive stuff, giving back to charity and all this other stuff. Why that's not boosting numbers up? So
because here's the thing, people thrive off of negative connotation. They thrive off that. Like this, it's the spice that makes reality TV what it is today.
That's true.
It is what makes social media what it is today. If we was always talking about, usually think about a good reality TV show. Most of the time when it's peaceful in that person's life, they get written out of the script, don't they?
They do.
Anytime that we done seen like Love and Hip Hop or Basketball Wives, anytime they actually got a calm storyline, or it's just them doing family stuff and being positive, women's empowerment retreats and all of that, they might have a little bit of it, but by next season they gone. Either that, or the ones that decide that they don't want their stuff exposed anymore. Those are the only time you see people not on the show anymore. So they have to have a healthy amount of negativity for folks to keep engaged. to have that engagement. But it kind of goes back to saying that I already know negative attention or positive attention is still attention. So whatever kind of attention that is, unfortunately, it just really comes down to that. Like, people are gonna follow you even if they heard that you said misstepped or said something wrong or whatever, you tripped on camera or something like that. All of a sudden you're gonna get followers and skyrocket, go viral because you tripped on camera. Whereas you could just have everything all together and it'll be boring and nobody will know who you are.
Well, reality TV is not real.
No, it's not.
And social media makes you antisocial.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I remember, well, we're not that old, but I remember kind of, because my generation kind of grew up in it, and I remember like MySpace and Bebo. But now Facebook is a whole different level, because we would be out in some events and people would just come, hey, Meli. I'm like, oh man, did we meet before?
Yeah.
Baby, who was that? You, Meli, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's weird. Yeah. But I was watching a video on Trevor Noah, and he was speaking about how people would walk up to him. Now, of course, he's on a different level.
Yeah.
But people walking up to him saying, hey, Trevor. And he's like, hey, how you doing? I don't know your name. But they've developed a relationship with him through the show. Yeah. Every day they're building it. Over years, they feel like they're best friends.
Yep.
And we have to absorb that and embrace that and get to know these people. I see people all the time. I'm out in different places. She looking at me, she rolled her eyes. Did nobody say nothing? Somebody pointed. I don't know who they pointing at or what it is. So
what they talking about.
You gotta embrace that and just be like, sometimes people walk up and my fist is balled up. You can't see it. But the way you walking, I don't know. Is it happy?
Yeah.
Are you excited? I had this dude run up on me at the gas station and I balled up my fist. He was like, hey fam, we used to watch you. I was locked up. Woo, woo, woo. You was on Comic View. I remember you did the thing. You touched your toes. You did the ballet thing. And I'm like, I never met this man a day in my life. And he's telling me about something that he saw me do on Comic View years ago that kept everybody in the prison calm.
Yeah.
It would have went up if they'd have turned that damn TV off. And now that's what we do it. You know, that's what's real about it.
Yeah.
We got all kind of people that really fuck with us, that really love us.
Yeah.
And I see it all the time. I see it a lot more since I've been back to Chicago. But the love is real.
Yeah.
So is the hate. And that's why I left. Because, man, this city right here, crabs in the motherfucking barrel bucket ass niggas. And it's ridiculous. That's why I left Chicago. I did movies, all those credits I did before I left for LA. All that shit. Trapped in the Closet, chapter 19.
Yeah, you did.
Of Boys and Men with Robert Townsend and Angela Bassett. All kind of movies. Get Together, Be Cole and all those people. Like several national commercials, Super Bowl commercials. I did all of that before I left. And I left because like, damn, we can't work together.
Yeah.
Folks mad at other people. It's sad. And I know every city has the story, but damn it, Chicago, we some of the worst at it. And I've traveled all around. Comics in New York are getting money collectively. Cats in Atlanta get money collectively. I'm talking about Cincinnati, Ohio. You ain't never heard of it, Mississippi.
Right.
You don't want to go to it, Tennessee. They get money. Yeah. But because this is such a big ass Al Capone ass city,
yes, it is.
That we don't understand that if you getting money, you getting money. You got a lot of motherfuckers hustling, and I think it's a difference between people that get money and motherfuckers that hustle. I do comedy. I love it in my sleep.
Yeah,
I'm going to do comedy. Period. So I don't have to hustle you to get my money. You see what I'm saying? And Chicago's always been such a hustling ass town that a lot of times they hustle themselves out of the money. Yeah. A lot of comics have done comedy so long, they've become a joke. So it's all how you see it, you know?
The chat is definitely loving you. Rose Hunt said at WildCat 100. So he agreeing with everything you pretty much saying.
Appreciate that. Nothing but love. Appreciate that for sure.
Nice. So we're gonna play a couple of songs. I haven't even done anything to set up any music, but I'm just talking about we're gonna play some songs. Let's play a couple of songs, take a quick break, and then we'll come back. And I want to start going through like with you when it comes to like family and how do you balance your work, your career and family life, because I know that that's really important for us, especially like the more and more like our kids get older and stuff like that, and they see what we do full time, and how do we balance, you know, what that looks like for them, and how do they receive what we are doing professionally. So you guys make sure you stay put, and if not, just go for a second to go use the bathroom, or you know, get you some water or whatever, grab a meal, and we'll be right back. Right now I'm gonna play some music and a couple of commercials real quick, and then we'll come back. Okay, this is Convos in Chicago, right? Let me see. And this is so unclean, y'all. This is so ghetto. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I'm for the beatbox.
And a 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4.
I'm terrible.
I love it, y'all.
It's real. It's real.
My Radio Chicago.
Money never made me change up. Always kept the shit up. Their body got me switching lanes up. Now I'm about to kill her. She didn't even know what my name was. Now she back up. Trying to see this brain done. Cause she can't get nothing but love. Money never made me change up. Always kept the shit up. But they helped me get my name up. I threw some forges on the truck. They shamed us. Now all the just wanna. They done let me get my change up. And we about to see what's up. I keep it again, nobody gave me shoes. Now I'm popping, they all over the dude. They just watching as I'm talking my shit. Big ol' rock and they gon' sit on my hip. Big ol' bottom on off a fill. Big see that she gon' get a lift. Then it's back to money like I'm working the ship. All this money like I'm moving some bricks. Back down, Shat Town. Always play the front, no background. Tell your worker put them packs down. Always on point, never lack round. I was broke, now it's racks now. On the feature, I'm a tax now. Got my shit together, never feeling better. Pocket was skinny, they fat now. Real shit. I bought on these like I want to ship. I stand on these bitches while I'm in the VIP. She on my ear when I come to the crib. After I know, baby, it's time to dip. I beat it up and I call her a lip. I run it out while they run it, they lip. All these diamonds on me, look at the jewelry. Like I got it on, they never made me change up. Always kept the shit up. Their body got me switching lanes up. Now I'm about to kill her. She didn't even know what my name was. Now she begging for my number. Trying to see this brain done. Cause she can't get nothing but love. Money never made me change up. Always kept it up. But they helped me get my name up. I threw some forges on the truck. They shamed us. Now all the just wanna. They done let me get my change up. And we about to see what's up.
Since I know everybody know what the twist to do. Don't gotta do nothing different to pull a switcheroo. When I come up on the beat, I'm kill the audience with a flow that be despicable. Unpredictable when you think about what I could do. I could spin the flow so vicious that I could bend the rim. Personality say the same like a synonym. Try telling me that I changed, but was it really them? I know I was on business and you was after the honeys and you was watching my image when I was rapping. I'm hungry. Say I was offensive and I was acting so funny. It wasn't you feeling privileged cause I got me some money. You say I try to walk it like I'm a pimp. Why? But the truth is I be walking with the same limb. Got on different clothes but got the same drip. A different toilet but the same shit.
Money never made me change up. Always kept the shit up. Their body got me switching lanes up. Now I'm about to kill her. She didn't even know what my name was. Now she begging for my number. Trying to see this brain done. Cause she can't get nothing but love. Money never made me change up. Always kept it up. But they helped me get my name up. I threw some forges on the truck. They shamed us. Now all the just wanna. They done let me get my change up. And we about to see what's up.
This is the Cloud Baker.
Yeah. Let's go.
By the way,
She
She like on the rocks, 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 on the rocks. She like on the rocks, 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 on the rocks. Pull up to the liquor store, baby, what you tryna drink?
You know I like
On the rocks.
that's my favorite drink.
Told that girl get out the car, do your dance up in the street.
What you want from me?
Girl, put your hands on your knees.
Girl, put your hands on your knees.
If on the rocks, oh baby, drink and scream. She like on the rocks, 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 on the rocks. She like on the rocks, 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 on the rocks. Bad little bitch from out west, that little bitch a freak. Bad little bitch from out south, that little bitch for me. One little bitch from over east, that little bitch a G. One fat little bitch from up north, that hoe got pretty teeth. Baby, baby. Girl. Baby, she like on the rocks.
flow, man.
They be like, how you coming? Guess they don't like when I speak my mind. I don't hold punches, DB tweak, I get that all the time. Nowadays, common sense they common. Don't play on my top, that's all my life. Angel on demon time, Allah forgive me twice. They say cutting up, he be crashing out, don't book for a show. Out of pocket, he rebellious, yeah, I heard it all before. Shout out Kodak, Kiki, Bobbin, they say that we toxic. Used to love me, now they hate me. Still the talk of all they gossip.
Read instructions on my life, went back and had to read them right. It said it's money over I just got to lead them right. Make sure I feed them twice a day. Not like I really need a wife. Cause most these they be broke, but trying to live a diva life and good Jesus peace. I don't even got a grief for ice and I've been eating right. Asking mama what that season like. Chicken, peas, and rice. Go off the lot, forgot the keys and price. You might see me polite, giving back to my good deeds in life. Nephew, my protege, told them I don't need the keys tonight. They say I'm crazy, I say cause I got my reasons right. I don't pump fake for no and I ain't flogging for no. Yeah, I think I was a monster. I'm charging for these lows. Just threw my hoodie on. Ain't no competition. It's that bully flow. Just send it low. We pull up on business. Bitch at 24. It's pressure, and we gon' put it on you till the city on. Everybody trying to get a buzz like they Woody.
They be like, how you coming? Guess they don't like when I speak my mind. I don't hold punches. DB tweak. I get that all the time. Nowadays, common sense they common. Don't play on my top. That's all my life. Angel on demon time. Allah forgive me twice. They say cutting up, he be crashing out, them booking for a show. Out of pocket, he rebellious, yeah, I heard it all before. Shout out Kodak, Kiki, Bobbin, they say that we toxic. Used to love me, now they hate me. Still the talk of all they gossip.
Can't back down. Just got off the flight, they thought I left, but now I'm back round. Chicago to Miami to Hawaii, changed the background. Pretty popping at the party in the stack house. Let them in if they ain't with the squad, we throw them back out. After the house, I was a teen to mama, I'm a D-boy. Met some killers and some dealers, but hooked up with street boy. So many bitches on me now, I swear I need a decoy. Told them I'm the master. when they see how much the invoice say I'm about to make. Just switched up the mission cause the bitches found new routes to take. Just revved up the engine, hit the streets of me out town today. My Puma sweats, pockets look like knots, feel like my tumor stress. Too real for this. Get these actors off my movie set. Tried to take it from me, had to tell them I was using at the crown. But make sure that you niggas put them rubies
They
back.
be like, how you coming? Guess they don't like when I speak my mind. I don't hold punches, DB tweak, I get that all the time. Nowadays, common sense, they comment. Don't play on my top, that's all my life. Angel on demon time, Allah forgive me twice. They say he cutting up, he be crashing out, don't book him for a show. Out of pocket, he rebellious, yeah, I heard it all before. Shout out Kodak, Kiki, mobbing, they say that we toxic. Used to love me, now they hate me, still the talk of all they gossip. Visualizing me, you making bad decisions. Yeah, hands for the take, that's given. She be natural with it, saucy, usually casual dripping. And she fashion driven, lingerie, transparent vision. Hey, my friend, you know I ain't capping with it. About to happen, got to be all of the traffic with it. I be riding 90 on my way to see you. You been on my mind lately, swear that it was true. I make time for us, we got this situation, me and you. Private, I like it, baby, I'm a act a fool.
Coming on, baby, you cannot be late. I got something for you, can't wait to see your face. I'm a all-nighter, baby, boy, you see how we relate. I'ma keep it safe, I'ma keep it safe. I'm a vibe like this is coming on, and I like it. I like it. Wanna get wild, but you know that I always gotta keep control. I know it's for a long time, you know I've been wanting to take you home. So let's make it worth the while. You ain't leaving till the morning. I like it. The way you make me feel, I won't deny it. Keep me smiling from ear to ear. There's a rush I feel when you listen to me. I get excited. I need you near. I'm waiting here. You know I want it.
I be riding 90 on my way to see you. You been on my mind lately, swear that it was true. I make time for us, we got this situation, me and you. Private, I like it, baby, I'm a act a fool.
You coming on it, baby, you cannot be late. I got something for you, can't wait to see your face. I'm an all-nighter, baby, boy, you see how we relate. I'ma keep it safe, I'ma keep it safe. Like this is coming on. on and I like it. Wanna get wild, but you know that I always gotta keep control. For a long time, you know I've been wanting to take you home. So let's make it after a while. You ain't deep into the morning.
Now that I got you, it's time to unload all this pressure. But when you come with the extra, afterwards I bet that you gon' look better.
I'm the better, you gon' know better. You see the look in my eyes, it's whatever. I gotta go come to you. Shorty, I get you together. And I'm like, you know how I like it. This right here is priceless. And this is perfect timing. It's like, no way to deny it. Here with you on my
I be riding that night, be on my way to see you. You been on my mind like it's wet, it was trendy. I'm a sniper, that's a cat situation. Me on the day, private, I like it, baby. I'm an extra fool.
coming on, you want it, baby. You better not be late. I got something for you. Can't wait to see your face. I'm a all-nighter, baby. So you see how we relate. I'ma keep it safe. I'ma keep it safe.
Riding out like on the way to sleep. You know, I guess when it was true. Situation me too, come.
Yes, we are back and welcome to Convos in Chicago. Y'all have very special guests, Meli P and the WildCat here in the building today. So y'all make sure you give them a warm welcome. I thank you for tuning in with me this afternoon. What y'all doing this weekend? Anybody got big plans this weekend? What y'all up to? Hey, what's going on? Shouts out to the chat real quick. I mean, thank you. Anybody showing us love, we truly appreciate it. And share this live. Make sure y'all share the live. Make sure that y'all share. I am still up and coming. I like to be humble because I am not one of those people yet. I certainly ain't on the level of these two sitting next to me. So I want to thank them so much
I am
for tuning in.
humbled.
Y'all make it. Y'all making my followers on Instagram go up as we speak right now. Okay,
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. So I want to thank y'all so much for coming through today. And what's going on, Trosh? Yes, what's up, Trosh? Hey, Vita, baby, how you doing today? And yes, Bass. Mr. Reeves, he said, I guess I'll stick to posting memes. It's basically the same thing minus the venues and the crowds. Okay. Well, I mean, do your thing. If that's what you like to do, go ahead. But you know, that like my boy WildCat say, comedy is a marathon, sir. It is a marathon. Now, speaking of which, what made you come up with that saying? And how did that end up being like your tagline for a minute?
I felt like I had so many damn opportunities where it could have went. I could have took it to the next level. And because I'm a student of the arts, I realized, okay, that's all a part of it.
True.
So many damn times. I don't know how many damn jobs I've had. I worked at CarMax. I was a property inspector for delinquent mortgage accounts, security guard, working at dispensaries, all kind of jobs. And it was like, damn, like, why God won't take me to the next level? And I realized because I wasn't ready. Had I blew up years ago, I would have destroyed my life, my family, and everybody around me. But I'd be sitting in the pool right now. Now, am I dead, floating?
Of course not.
I don't know.
Unless we seeing a ghost right now.
I mean, at that moment, you know, you got to realize that. So it was just a lot of opportunities. I've actually been in the game long enough to watch people blow up around me and see the things that they had to do. And instead of giving up, I just felt like, man, no matter what, I may get discouraged, but I just got to keep going. And then you see the motherfuckers, white motherfuckers running and shit, skinny as hell. You know, they walk past somebody, give them water, and they drink it, and pour the rest on their head and keep going. Like, damn, like, if you really think about a marathon, like, how long you got to train for a marathon? Like, them Iron Man joints where motherfuckers be swimming and biking. And so it's like, boom, comedy is a marathon. And I'm grateful to everybody that's been running with me.
Yep. And he got them t-shirts too, by the way.
Yep. Comedy is a Marathon coming out next. I don't know why I ain't done that yet, but when I get back home, Comedy is a Marathon's going down.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the things, work-life balance, right? You are a proud father.
Yes.
What are you, three children?
Yeah, all accounted for, and there are no stragglers.
Okay.
All right.
No stragglers.
All my
there.
babies, no paw, la, he, she, huh?
All right. All
You
right.
dig.
Make that clear, okay?
Yeah. There ain't no German kids with my last name cracking jokes over there. Nope, they all counted for.
Amen to that. So when it comes to like, cause your children, they are teenagers.
Oh no, my oldest Brian's 26.
Okay.
Brian Jr. is 26. Malachi will be 25 in August. Yep. And Phoenix just turned 10 October.
Okay.
So yeah, I love the kids. That balance, I felt like, it's always kept me grounded. I've always said for a while, I'm a better parent than I am a person. You see what I'm saying? My kids brought things out of me that I didn't know was there.
Yep.
My daughters taught me so much, like just because, just to have to listen.
Yeah.
You know, to be in those situations. Like, this is my daughter, and she just today we in the store. She like, I just want to buy everything, Daddy. And I'm like, this is when it starts. I'm learning so much.
4th, 5th grade now.
She's in 4th grade. Yeah. She's like, just could not. She said it. I just want to buy everything. One day she asked me, Daddy, do you have enough money for shopping? What the fuck is shopping? Who says
Say
shit
in
like
general,
that?
just shopping.
Do you have enough money for shopping? I don't know what I want to buy. That's what she said. Can we go shopping? I'm like, most kids say, oh, I want some earrings. No, can we go shopping?
Yeah, like
You have
whatever
money
I
for
see, I
shopping,
can
Dad?
pick up.
Yes.
That made me in my conversation
Yes,
yesterday with my 5-year-old. My phone down. I was in a meeting, and she was like, "You still in the meeting?" I said, "No." She said, "Well, how you paying for your food right now?" I said, "I got cash today." Oh, good. Let's go to the mall. Like,
how did that turn into
this
a mall visit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But that balance is ridiculously hard, and you have to put God first.
Yes.
Then you have to put your family next. And then your career.
Yep.
But you're not going to get it the way everybody get it thinking that way. I just heard an interview. Well, the priorities, it has comedy, entertainment, whatever you're trying to do has to come first.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, how do you put that over God? Which means that's why I stopped doing comedy for money. And people's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Why else do it? I'm not saying you don't have to pay me. I'm just saying, nigga, if I don't want to do it, you can't pay me to do it.
Yeah.
And that means a lot because it's a lot of money on the line. I was talking earlier about an opportunity that I had to play Flip Wilson.
Yep.
Come on, man. Everybody know Flip Wilson. He was the first black TV star. He was the boss.
Yeah.
Not these TV stars today that that are on their own show. He owned the show. So all the commercials, all the advertising, he got it.
Yeah.
I got the opportunity to play Flip Wilson, but if you know the story of Flip Wilson, he did a bunch of characters.
Yes.
And one of his main characters was Geraldine. Anybody know Geraldine? You can look it up. Flip Wilson, Geraldine. This is Flip Wilson in drag. I'm talking wig. I'm talking dress. He's sitting on Muhammad Ali's lap.
Yeah.
Flirting with Jim Brown. Flirting with Sammy Davis Jr. So in order for me to play Flip Wilson, I got to do that role.
Yeah.
So I'm telling them, fuck that. I'm from Harvey. I'm from the Chi. Nigga, fuck all that. Now, I don't have no problems being an actor and playing a role.
Right.
But they've been dangling and sprinkling that shit on us since Flip Wilson. So I was like, if y'all really want this to go down, hire a female that look like Flip Wilson. Put her in the fucking dress.
Get her
and do some voiceovers and then talk about how we don't have to do that anymore. And the motherfuckers was like, who says we don't have to do that anymore? And that was pretty much it. And right when I was getting ready to put on the dress, I broke my leg.
Look at that.
Riding a skateboard with my son. I broke the shit out of my leg. I mean, my shit went from 12 o'clock to 3:35. Boom. So I couldn't do it. And then as I learned to heal and walk again, COVID hit. I was
It was
like,
like 2 strikes right there.
come on, man. I felt special.
Yeah.
Because God, I feel like
I'm
God
telling
stopped
you.
me from selling my soul. And then when COVID hit, he was like, all right, fool, you don't really know how to sit down. So I would have been the super spreader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt like all of that happened for me because it happened to me. I broke my leg. And right when I was finna get out there, get back in and felt like I got to do this and do that to make up ground, he shut the whole world down. So there was no comedy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was nothing, you know what I'm saying, for me to do, but continue to learn how to walk and do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was, man. So, you know, I feel, saved by the bell, saved by the broken leg. But, you know, once you do it for a while, you realize that what's for you is for you. And you got to keep going. You got to realize that life is truly, comedy is truly a marathon, you know?
Absolutely. I do believe things happen in divine order. And with that being said, that was the weirdest interruption I've ever seen in my life.
It's all right.
We can't make this up. It was a group of baddies just walked in and then they left like they had the wrong location. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I just kept talking.
Yeah, you just kept talking because the show must go on. I think that door needed to be closed all the way. Maybe they, please, just check to see if it's pushed all the way up because it's automatic lock on there. I think they meant to go to Josephine's across the street. It must be some kind of they look like they was dressed to the nines, honey. Makeup, face beat, hair was hairing.
All models.
You know, I was like, oh.
Shout out to the chat again.
Yes.
Shout out to Shondell from Power 92 checking in.
Shondell, what's up, Raw TV? That's my man's in them. Shout out Shondell, man, doing big shit, holding Chi-Town down. Keep some of the freshest Jordans I've ever seen, brother. I'm proud of you. Come on, man. They got to be giving them to him, and then he buying some.
Renee ready in the building. Thanks for the chat.
Hey, Renee.
Vita says sometimes people be in the industry 20 years and one opportunity opens that door.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, but sometimes you open that door
and it's a Pandora's box.
It's an asshole waiting.
Yeah.
And they like, what you gonna do with this asshole? Nothing.
So let's talk about that because since you've been in LA and that area, what are your thoughts? And I'm sure you've probably already been going back and forth throughout the years, but you made the decision to move out there full time. What are your thoughts in terms of like the culture and the people there and the pursuit of trying to build your brand in the industry?
I'm such a revolutionary man.
Yeah.
I feel that Obama said you have to be the change that you want to see.
That's right.
So when I moved to LA, I was on like the Nat Turner movement.
Oh.
But then I got there and I realized the slaves did not want to be freed.
No.
They like it here. If you free them, they're only going to become sharecroppers.
Ooh.
So y'all like that? Come on,
man, bring that back.
Reading, boy, that nigga be reading. But on the real, like they don't get paid, and this is not doubting or dissing anybody.
No, this is not that. I just wanted to hear.
It's real. They out there, they getting paid, crumbs on the table. If they getting paid, damn it, everybody got roommates, and the apartments ain't big enough for roommates.
Man,
but they got them. Now I understand if you building, trying to grind and grow. But it's such a fake ass place. Like I didn't even know the palm trees didn't grow out there. The palm trees from out of town. I didn't know because they everywhere. The whole town
is fake.
Is made up, and it's a lot of people from different cities who didn't like whatever they were doing in their city, and now they're in LA
trying to recreate and reinvent themselves as something else.
And you can, because don't nobody know
right
what you did, but once you hit that stage, that's what I feel like. Regardless of what's going on, I do all my talking on the stage, in my performances. I'm not a part of the cliques. I ain't cool with the ends and peoples. I will work a couple jobs, you dig? I don't care what it takes to grind and stay out there, because I'm not, it's just such of a, like you can You can talk to somebody and smell the ass on their breath because they just kissing it all day. It's so sad that these men and women are belittling themselves to make it and doing shit to people that don't even have the talent that they get paid from. That's another thing that bothers me about. And I said, I need to get in the position to speak my mind. But it's a gang of people in LA that don't have no fucking talents, that are making money, that are forcing people to stab each other in the back. It's sad. And the people that could help you won't because they know. Motherfuckers know what I do. And I shout out to the people, everybody show me love. But one of my homeboys in the barbershop was like, Cat, bro, I wouldn't have you opening up for me like that. Ain't no telling what the fuck you gonna do. Nigga, you black out sometimes, and it's epic, and I appreciate that. Yeah. And then looking at it from a business standpoint, you might not want to do that because you checking the bag. They getting 10, 20.
Right.
And here I come trying to get what I'm getting. So shout out to the people that did do that. Shout out to my homeboy Hannibal Burris. I want to shout him out. Dope. He has a whole dope ass show. Made a phone call, had your boy out in Arizona, checking a nice little you dig. I love the fact that cats like that, they not worried because I can't do what he does.
Yeah.
You know, but people getting in position. So it's like, yeah, they are handpicking people who are funny and cool just enough to where you're entertained, but not so much to where like, boom, like, because sometimes a motherfucker's on stage and you like, you next. I don't care if you the headline or not. You next. You like, okay. All right. Bet. You automatically geeked. You got to start here.
Yeah.
Because they don't have it yet. You trying to keep it and up against somebody who's trying to get it.
Yeah, somebody that's a little hungry.
Somebody get that ass if they trying to get it. You trying to keep it. You're going to do your time. It's cool. So I realized a lot of people that would have helped won't. And I'm cool with that because a lot of times they understand that WildCat's not going to do some of the things that I've done. He's not going to be as comfortable. He's not going to let things pass. And I'm okay with that, you know. But I know that my opportunities are going to come the right way. You know, I've always kept my kids first. That's another reason why I just moved to LA. I could have been moved to LA. I'm doing Comic View,
sure
5-time winner at the Showtime at the Apollo. I could have been left. I didn't want to leave my boys. I had 2 black boys living in Chicago. I ain't finna leave these motherfuckers and move. The hell no. Then I had my daughter. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And then the people in LA wanted me to move when I won the Shaq All-Stars. Now that's a nationwide competition. Shaquille O'Neal loved comedy so much, he put together this competition. It's called the Shaq All-Stars. So they do it in like 10, 15 major cities across the nation. You win in your city, and then they fly you to LA for the finals. I won the finals.
Nice.
Congratulations.
That was dope. I thought that was another moment. Boom. Shaq, what the fuck? It was funny. I went for some sketches we were doing. I walked in Shaq's crib. I just happen to have on a pair of Jordans. I don't wear Jordans like that.
The irony of it all.
Come on. He looked at my shoes. He was like, see? He was telling his boy, see? They spent all that money on them damn shoes. He could have got 10 pairs of my shoes. And I'm like, Shaq, you don't even wear your motherfucking shoes. Nigga, where do I buy a pair of Shaqs? Walmart?
eBay.
And I ain't mad at him.
Payless, but Payless not even around no more.
They not even in existence.
I ain't mad at him because he said, fuck that, shoes cost too much, so I'm going to make my shoe cheaper.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But you're in these situations and then they sit you down. After I won, they kind of sat me down and asked me a bunch of questions like, okay, so, so who you dating?
Oh,
this is like one of the first questions.
Illuminati.
At the time, right? At the time, I wasn't really dating nobody. I was seeing somebody. It was weird. And I was like, I ain't really with nobody. It was like, okay, don't worry about that. When it go down, we'll get you somebody. Which means that's why niggas didn't know that Method Man was married for how long?
We just found out last year when she was in a hospital bed.
You don't know.
Even Neil,
and they do that because of the industry's typecast, how they want things to look. That's why most of the time you see these brothers and sisters on the red carpet by themselves.
Yeah.
Or they have their daughter. It's because their management, you can do whatever you want to do, but your management is like, okay, well, no. you should just go by yourself. And you have to fight for your friends and your loved ones because they want you to fit into this box. So they'll bring you somebody. You don't even know this motherfucker. And she your date for the night. One of the greatest moments of your life. You have to fight for it. Right, it's a stranger because she built like a damn stick. You know, her lips done been shot up more than motherfuckers in Chicago. I mean, like,
and let's not forget she's probably racially ambiguous.
Probably, yep. Light skinned. I love to say skinned. I love, yeah. She's probably of a fair complexion.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably a 0.
Yeah.
You know, her front look like her back.
Yep.
You know, damn all that. You know, but that's what they do. I could tell by the question they were asking me. It was like, okay, we can't. What can we do with them?
Because it doesn't fit. You don't fit the mold.
Well, fuck the mold.
You don't fit that box. And that's what I want to just give you your flowers because you've always been true to yourself. You always held yourself with a sense of integrity. You move in humbleness and you've always been very professional. Even when we was classmates at IMS, you know, it was a lot of foolery going on when we was in class, and folks felt like that was their moment to show out, or you know.
And I didn't even walk in there like, "Hey, y'all, WildCat in the building. I'm taking classes."
And he could have. That was the crazy part, because he could
Didn't
have.
nobody even know what I was doing.
Yeah, but they were so much younger than us too, so it was kind of like, okay, we knew what time it was. And we went in there and we put our heads down and went to work, and we were students to it. And you know, that's why we're doing what we're doing. And, you know, some folks, they doing what they doing. So, you know, shouts out to the rest of the class, all fame, no name. You know, but overall, it's that attitude that definitely determines our altitude.
Yes, that's one of the damn posters you see at school, high school, grammar
all the
school.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the Nile is not a river in Egypt.
Look at it.
So, you know, we can be true to ourselves and own that and walk with a sense of integrity. And it's okay. It is okay for you not to, quote unquote, sell out to the bigger machine of what's going on here if folks pay attention. And, you know, just being okay with self. And I think that's what a lot of people do. They compromise self. Moving on. And it's easy to compromise self when you don't know who you are or whose you are.
And people are doing shit for money.
Yeah.
I'll get a job before I do something I don't want to do. I'm always been big for that. I don't have a problem with it. I'll keep a job. Yeah. I'll have no problems. I'll be in a limo one day. Nigga, I am the limo the next day. Uber style. Yeah. I have no problems humbling myself. Period.
I need an Uber tonight. You got me.
Run that. Yeah, meet off.
So how do you remain humble? Because a lot of people like, are you just too humble? You too nice. How do you keep that going?
I want to thank the Most High for that. Because no matter what I felt like I needed to do, it's always a check. It's because he's doing something different with me. And you have to understand that. Not to start a church up in but God works with people in different ways. They talk to you through different people. And no matter what, I'm trying to tell you, there's so many opportunities, man.
Yeah.
So many opportunities. 17 motherfuckers could be in the line doing some dumb shit. When I get to the front, the shit's over. I couldn't even sin half the time. Half the shit I wanted to do, I couldn't even do. God was like, dude, not you.
Yes.
I got people doing that. You think I brought you out here to do that? I got people doing that. And I put those people around you to show you what not to do.
We are running out of time. I wish I had like a whole nother 2 hours because that's how much content you and Meli got. You know, like we ain't even. I'm gonna have to have you on another day because I really want to put you on the spotlight. Like be able to like break down. This is one of the hardest working women I know right now in our industry when it comes to like being a radio, a promoter. Just all around, just being able to lift up Chicago. You really have the pulse of the independent artist circuit here in Chicago, and I definitely want to give you your flowers because I just sat back and watched you, and I just be like, yeah, that's my friend. Yep. And so I'm so proud of both of you all. Before we head out though, Brian, any last words? I'm gonna put it like this. Say for instance, there's somebody watching or somebody that'll come back and watch this broadcast and they're interested in getting into the world of comedy and they're interested in doing what it is that you do, what would be your last words to them? It could be advice, it could be just a mantra you go by, anything like that. What would you share with them?
Regardless of what you're doing, become a student of it. Learn, read, got the internet, all that shit. If you're serious about doing comedy and acting, hit me up. I teach a class from the script to the screen.
Okay. Nice.
All right, I'll walk you through that whole process step by step. We'll get your headshots. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I'm starting to figure out how do I capitalize on all these resources. I can walk you through it. Now, I can't necessarily teach you how to be funny, but I can teach you how to be a professional. I can teach you how to memorize lines, be real with yourself, focus on the balance. If you don't have God in your life, find out who God is. And I'm not telling you to go to church, pick up something, read something. God's within you, and he's the biggest bosses of the bosses. G well on stone.
Facts.
All in one
You
nation.
dig? So you dig? If you want it that bad, put God first.
He is the king of Latin kings.
Hey,
You feel me?
every day, let's get it, keep it moving, but be real with yourself. You know,
Yeah.
be real with yourself. Are your dreams tangible?
Right.
What sacrifice? Ultimately, what are you willing to give up for those dreams? You willing to give up a little ass? Nope. Okay, you got to be okay with that. Because the people that give up a little ass, figuratively and literally, always make it further than the ones who are not going. So just be real, right on to the real, death to the fakers.
Yeah.
And, keep grinding. Keep God first, then your family, then your career. And hit your boy up, DA WildCat, all social media, from the script to the screen. I hold classes virtually. I got clients all over the nation, a gang of them in Chicago, and we do it on the phone. You in LA, pull up on your boy. So you really want to do it, learn about it before you jump your ass out there because you funny at the barbershop. Being funny around people you know is different from a room full of strangers.
They would throw them tomatoes and everything at you.
Come on now.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for those words, man. Thank you, WildCat, Meli. Y'all know how to find me, but first how you find you, Meli?
You can pretty much Google me. No, not being cocky.
No, you literally can Google.
Type in
my
Meli,
girl here. Yeah.
MELIP Playground. Everything will pop up. You go to my website, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and follow me on Snapchat. Because Snapchat get kind of real and a little muddy. So my name is a little ratchet. That's B Meli P. So don't ask me how old I was when I made it, but that's how old it was. Just Google me.
That's better than me. I don't even be on Snapchat. I don't like a Snapchat, a TikTok,
Come on now.
boom bop of that bean. I don't like it.
I thought Tinder was a spot for recipes.
Okay.
Medium rare. Gonna be tender when you done. Ooh, shit. Turkey chops.
I love this guy, man. Never a dull moment. It's been, in the words of my mentor, Les Brown, a plum pleasing pleasure to have you guys here. And that's gonna be a wrap for Convos in Chicago. Make sure y'all tune in next week. I got a very special guest coming in from our poetry sets from Pen and Flow. Mr. Darren is gonna be here, and he has some heat being cooked up for y'all. So make sure y'all tune in next week. This is BB Trinae. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at BEBETRANETTE, all one word. And reach out to me, follow me, I follow back sometimes. All right, y'all. It's been one. Thank you. Bye.
Peace. Nothing but love. Shout out to Simeon